welcome to Dolce Bella Designs. I'm Deb, and today we are going to learn how to do the Elizabeth stitch. Elizabeth stitch is also known as the mini bean. The Elizabeth stitch has a beautiful texture. As you can see here, it's the same on the front and on the back, and it's actually fairly simple to make. It works great for scarves, blankets, hats, lots of different projects. Even we use it in a shawl. So let's grab some yarn and let's get started. Okay, so I've made my slip knot, and we are going to start with a foundation chain of 2 plus 4. So I'm going to make a foundation chain of 24. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. We are going to start with the 4th chain from the hook. This one on the hook does not count. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, pull up a loop. You'll now have 4 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 4. There's your first Elizabeth or mini bean made. We're going to chain 1 to close that stitch. Now we're going to skip 1 chain. So we're going to skip, and we're going to go into the next one. We're going to insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert into that same space, same chain, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, and chain 1 to close that stitch. So we're going to repeat that across the row. That is our row repeat. Skip a chain, insert into the next chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert into the same chain, pull up another loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, and insert and pull through all 4. Finish the stitch by chaining 1. I will meet you at the end of the row. Okay, I am at the end of my row. I have 2 chains left. I have just finished this bean and chained 1. I am now going to go into the very last chain. I'm going to insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert my hook again, pull up another loop. I have those 4 loops on my hook. I'm going to yarn over and pull through all 4. Now I'm going to do a chain 1, and that's going to close the stitch off or finish the stitch. Then we're going to chain 2 more, and we're ready to turn our work and begin our next one. All right, to start, we're going to go right into the top of that bean where we close. If you pull your work apart, you can kind of see this hole right here. That's where we're going to work. We are not going to work into the chain 1 space, not there. We're going to work into the top of the bean. We're going to make our first bean. We're going to insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through, chain 1 to finish it off. Now we're going to skip that chain 1 space. We're going to go into the top of the next bean. Again, pull it apart. You can see that little hole. We're going to insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, 4 loops on our hook, pull through all 4, chain 1 to finish it off. This is the second row. This will be our repeat row. Okay, one more time. We're going to go into that space, pull your work apart just a little bit. We're going to go into this space right here at the top of that mini bean or that Elizabeth stitch from the previous row. Pull up a loop, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 4. Chain 1 to finish. Okay. With that, I will meet you at the end of the row. All right, I am at the end of my row. I have just done a mini bean or an Elizabeth stitch in this row, in this stitch from the previous row. I've chained one. Now for the very last Elizabeth stitch in this, instead of going into that space right there at the top of that Elizabeth stitch, we are going to go right into the top, right into that chain 3 that we use as our turning chain. We're going to insert right there. We're going to make our last Elizabeth stitch in that chain 3 space. There's your Elizabeth stitch. We're going to chain 1 to finish that stitch off, and then we're going to chain 2 more. We're going to turn our work, and we're ready to begin row 3. Row 3 again is a repeat of row 2. We're going to find the top of that Elizabeth stitch. We're going to insert a hook and pull up a loop, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, pull up a loop, 4 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 4 loops, chain 1 to finish that stitch off, and continue that across the row. Again, we're not going into the chain 1 space, we're going into the top of the Elizabeth stitch from the row before. Insert, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, pull up another loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 4, and finish it off with a chain 1. And that is how you do the Elizabeth stitch in row 3. This is the repeat row. You can use this row and make it as long as your project is, as long as you desire for your project. I will meet you at the end. All right, I'm at the end of row 3. Once again, I have done an Elizabeth stitch into the Elizabeth stitch from the row before, and I've chained 1. I am now ready. I'm going to skip over this Elizabeth stitch, and I'm going to go right into that chain 3 space. I'm going to insert my hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert my hook into that same space, pull up a loop, and I have 4 loops on my hook. I'm then going to pull up a loop and draw through all 4, or pull up, yarn over and draw through all 4, chain 1 to finish that stitch, and then chain 2 more for your turning chain. Turn your work, and you are ready to repeat that same row, row 2, again. That is how we do the Elizabeth stitch. It is a great stitch again, and it works great into scarves, hats, shawls, blankets, and it works great with lots of other stitches. So thank you for stopping by Dote Bella Designs. Please be sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, happy crocheting.